hit to the head. 1 second you're fine, the next, you're in a world of confusion. Welcome to the reality of traumatic brain injury, the silent epidemic reshaping lives worldwide. From athletes to soldiers, drivers to construction workers, no one is immune. So, what exactly happens to your brain when it takes a hit? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Traumatic brain injury is a dysfunction caused by an external force, like a blow, bump, or jolt to the head that disrupts brain function. Think of your brain as a soft, jelly-like structure floating in fluid inside your skull. When something smashes into your head, bam, your brain slams against the hard skull, causing bruising, bleeding, or swelling. So what happens in mild cases? You get a concussion, maybe some confusion, headaches, dizziness, but in severe cases, those can mean coma, long-term disability, or even death. And here's the kicker. Even if you recover, the effects can still last a lifetime. As we said before, not all head injuries are created equal. Doctors classify traumatic brain injury into 3 categories: mild, moderate, and severe. Mild traumatic brain injury, also called a concussion, is the most common, with symptoms like confusion, dizziness, headaches, which usually resolve within weeks. Moderate traumatic brain injury means longer levels of unconsciousness, memory loss, cognitive issues that can last for months. And what about severe TBI? Well, that's when damage is extensive. You can get coma, permanent brain damage, or even death. Within these categories, we also have open versus closed injuries. A closed injury means there's no break in the skull. Think of things like concussions from sports or falls. But an open injury, that's when something penetrates the skull, like a bullet or shrapnel. Those are far more dangerous for obvious reasons. Traumatic brain injury is a major public health problem. Each year, millions suffer from it, especially young adults and the elderly. The leading causes are car accidents, falls, sports injuries, and violence. But who is the most at-risk group? Well, research says it's males between the ages of 15 to 24. Why? They have higher risk-taking behavior, such as extreme sports. And well, let's just be honest, sometimes just bad luck. Now, let's zoom into traumatic brain injury. Traumatic brain injury isn't just one thing. It's a 2-phase attack. First, there's primary injury, which is the initial impact. Brain cells die instantly. Then comes the secondary injury. This is a slow-motion catastrophe of swelling, inflammation, and cellular breakdown. This phase can last for hours or even days, making things worse. This is normally where your medical provider targets. And depending on severity, the symptoms can range from mild to severe. Short-term memory loss, confusion, mood swings, blurry vision, difficulty sleeping, and in severe cases, personality changes, seizures, and permanent cognitive impairment. And here's the wild part. Some symptoms don't show up for days or even weeks. So how do we fight back? Right now, there's no cure for primary traumatic brain injury. Only management strategies to prevent secondary brain injury. The main strategies: prevent swelling, keep oxygen flowing, and minimize long-term damage. First up, medications. We give medications like diuretics to reduce brain swelling, anticonvulsants to prevent seizures, and in extreme cases, coma-inducing drugs to give the brain time to heal. If the pressure within the head builds up, this is known as increased intracranial pressure, neurosurgeons might step in. Sometimes they have to remove part of the skull, and yes, actually take it off to relieve the pressure on the brain. It sounds extreme, but it is life-saving. But here's where things get exciting. Scientists are testing cutting-edge treatments like using magnetic stimulation to rewire damaged brain circuits, stem cell therapy to repair lost neurons, and even AI-powered neurorehabilitation tools. The future does look promising. Now, prevention. Prevention is the best way to deal with traumatic brain injury. Try to never get into one in the first place. Wear a helmet if you're a biker, wear seatbelts if you're in cars, play safer sports or play sports that have safe sports regulations, fall prevention for the elderly and for infants and children. These simple steps can save lives. Traumatic brain injury is unpredictable, brutal, and sometimes lifelong. But with awareness, innovation, and smart safety measures, we can reduce its impact. So, whether you're on the field, on the road, or just living your life, protect your head. Because once your brain takes a hit, there's no restart button. Thank you for your attention and have a blessed day.